Hey guys, so in this video we're going to be going over a little guide on how to play Vigor. So you just finished the tutorial and you're back at the shelter and you want to load into a game. Press up on the D-pad and then instead of pressing on what game mode you want to go over to the equip tab, and that's either L1 on PlayStation or LB on Xbox, or you could just scroll all the way down through all the tabs. You want to select a weapon, select whatever weapon, and then the ammo screen shows up on how much ammo you want to take out. Take out however much. I usually take out around 60 just to keep it safe. You could take out 30, especially if you want to save loot, which I would recommend when you're starting out, but I just take out 60 because if there's a lot of people, well, how else are you going to defend yourself, So something that I also forgot to mention is you probably would want to take out some sort of healing consumable like bandage or antibiotic or a disinfectant, just so if someone's trying to kill you, you could heal. Alright, so just before we get to actually how to play the game, this is probably the most important thing to know about Vigor, is that anything that you take out into a game that comes from your weapon stash, weapons, ammo, consumables, if you die, you lose it. And what that means is either someone else loots it off of you or they don't. If you die, you lose what you brought out into the match. You want to go back to the Outland screen and you want to select a encounter. I'm going to select Valley. You'll have different maps here probably that cycle between. This one cycles in 3 minutes, but yeah, let's get into it. Alright guys, so when you load into a match, this will be the loading screen, and what this basically is just like the startup screen. So here you have more loot, better crate, and insurance. So more loot means that if you purchase this, there will be more loot throughout the map. If you purchase this one, the airdrop will be a better airdrop. And insurance is, well, in Vigor, if you die, all the things that you brought out will be lost. So what insurance is, if you buy this, you don't lose anything. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend buying any of this. Just because you want to save your in-game currency. Alright guys, so right when you load into a match, you're gonna want to go loot, especially since this beginner tutorial, you don't want to kill yet too much, so unless you see someone. But when looting, you'll see like these white dots on objects, and that's how you can loot them. So yeah, this is me just looting around right now. The phone, if you hear a phone ringing or you want to call the phone, what that is basically like a 1v1. So someone else will pick it up and then you'll be shown on their radar and they'll be shown on yours, and it's just like a head-to-head. But you have to watch out for that sometimes, because it's kind of like you may not know, you're trying to loot something and then you just accidentally hit the phone. Yeah, within your first match that you go out, you'll probably maybe run into someone. The audio in this game is really good to hear. You can really hear footsteps from kind of far away a little bit because they're really loud. But yeah, you might run into someone, and in my opinion, you could either sit back, or you can and just like loot around and avoid them, or you could rush them and take them out. But within that, there's a risk of losing everything you just looted. Alright guys, so when you load in to your encounter, your map pops up and you see all these blue icons. Here you have a comm station, you have a safe, signal detector, board house, and usually there's also a lock container, but in this match there isn't. And also what all those orange icons are on the edges of the map are the exits, and the green circle that is in a certain area, a large area of the map, is where the airdrop is gonna land. But we're just gonna go to the comm station first. So when you load into an encounter, your map pops up automatically, but when you're actually playing in the game, you just use up on the D-pad to access the map, and you can only do it when you're idle and not moving. You can't access the map when you're moving. It kind of sucks, but it just adds more balance to the game, so it's kind of better. Wherever you're planning on going, I would recommend using the marker to track where you're going by pressing A on Xbox or X on PlayStation down on wherever you want to go. It's basically a waypoint, and if you don't use it, then you'll just see the compass. You won't see your marker. So starting out, you don't know the map, you don't know anything, so it's best to use the waypoint marker. Alright, so I'm at the comm station, and you have your helpers and you have your ambushes. Let's go over the helpers first. So the relocate, we were just talking about the green circle that the airdrop drops in. The relocate is basically you change the area of where that proximity circle is. The reinforce is when you go to the airdrop after it drops, there's usually just an airdrop in it, but if you select the reinforce, then there's more loot that's within the airdrop. So quick release means you get the airdrop faster, because when you go up to loot the airdrop, it takes about a few seconds to fully extract it. So with the quick release, it just extracts it instantly. So with the stealth, after you extract the airdrop and you have it inside of your loot, you're now marked on the map and other players can see you and chase you down. So what the stealth does is it hides your position on the map, so players can't track you down, they can't see you. Alright, so you have the ambushes, and what the ambushes are is basically if you don't want to get the package and you want to bait the person that's getting it, right? The helpers help you and other people out. Another thing that I forgot to mention is all these things that you're putting and activating with the comm isn't just for you, it's for everyone. So yeah, the helpers help you and everyone that's getting the airdrop, and the ambushes, are for baiting. So the radioactive means you're putting radiation on the airdrop. So when they pick it up, it's gonna drain their health down. Oversized just means that when they pick it up, their stamina's gonna go lower and they won't be able to run as fast. The decoy, it drops 2 airdrops, and one of them is fake and the other one is the real one, and you can't tell the difference. It's literally identical on the map and when you actually physically see it. So it's kind of like this intuition thing that you kind of have to, you know, feel it out for yourself to see which one is a real one and which one is a fake one. If you select the booby trap, it basically puts a bomb on the airdrop and you have to defuse it in a matter of like 4 seconds or something like that. And you defuse it by doing like this arrow thing that's kind of like, it's basically the same thing as like a GTA San Andreas cheat. It looks exactly like that. So if you've played GTA and you've mastered the art of putting in cheats really fast, then you'll be fine. But if you haven't, it's just, you know, practice makes progress. So, oh, and if you don't defuse it in 4 seconds, then you blow up, and you might, if you have full health, you won't die, but if you have half health, you'll definitely die. So I went ahead and picked the stealth because that's like the best one, because if you're trying to get the airdrop, you don't want to be seen on the map, you know. All right, so where I am right now, I'm in the board house, and when you go in the board house or going up to the board house, there'll be like boarded windows and blocked off windows that you go up to and you have to take, you know, the wood off of, and there's a safe in there that once you activate it, it takes like 2 minutes to open. When it opens, there's a lot of loot in there and everything. This match specifically, it is not like this 100% of the time. It was only like this because I was in a noob lobby. Normally it's fully populated, there's people running in and out of it, shooting everywhere. So it's probably not gonna look like this for you. You're probably gonna run in there and die your first time thing. So yeah, this went like really smoothly for the video. This whole video went pretty smoothly with, you know, all the things I was looting. So yeah, the board house safe has pretty decent loot and it has really good weapons as well. Alright, so right before the airdrop drops, you'll hear this plane flying over, and that means the airdrop is dropping, and it will land in like 30 seconds after the plane flies over. Yeah, so this airdrop had quick release on it and it had stealth, so that's how I got it so fast. Normally it would take like an extra 2 seconds to open it. So as you could see, when I opened up the map, you could see me set a waypoint on the exit, so I know where I'm going, and I'm not just walking endlessly not knowing where I'm going, because you have a certain time limit before you have to get out, because there's radiation that's coming that will end up killing you if you take too long. So that's why the waypoint thing is so good. Alright, so next up we got the time safe. Basically what this is, it's kind of like a puzzle. There's buttons in a certain location that you have to find one button, and then you have to find the other one, and you have to hit them in like a synchronicity almost, not like at the same time, but within like a certain time limit, or else if you wait too long, you have to hit the button again and then run to the other one and then hit it, and then it synchronizes, and then the time safe opens, and then you go to your safe, and then you get your weapons and loot. The phone is ringing right now. I picked it up and I'm in a duel with someone. And yeah, like you can see, it's blinking red on the map. You know exactly where they are, and they know exactly where you are. I ended up killing that guy and winning the duel. If you do activate a phone duel, you get, I'm pretty sure it's like 500 to 1000 XP. I'm not sure on the exact numbers, but it's a lot of XP, especially if you win the duel. It's like the most XP. If you win the duel, it's like 1000 XP or something like that. So this is another example of the board house. You'll see these board up windows, and you have to, by pressing X or square on PlayStation, you take off the boards. You go in there and you loot the safe. This house actually had a lock container, and it's basically this container that sits in a house or somewhere. You have to cycle through the numbers to figure out the combination. And when you're cycling through, it will blink green when it's on the right number, and that's how you know you're cycling the right numbers. It will either blink green or vibrate your controller. Alright guys, so this is the Booby trapped airdrop, and this is what I was talking about the San Andreas cheat thing. Yeah, I'm like really good at that. I'm pretty sure everyone is, you know, let's play GTA. But if you haven't played GTA, it's basically, you just have to do the arrows that it's telling you on the directional pad to hit, and you have to do it within that 4-second time frame. So if you're wondering what this box is that shows up every time you start an encounter, it's just your challenges that you're either trying to complete or unconsciously doing that you know, get rewards from if you complete the challenges. The next video that I come out with is basically going to be a video about all the menus of Vigor and understanding the shelter, the challenges, the stash, the weapons, the everything that's in the shelter, in the menus that you don't understand. I'll be going over all of it. So it will be a pretty long video, but it will have everything, and you'll be able to understand Vigor pretty much 100%, and you won't have to go through the major learning curve. Alright, so right now I'm running up to the signal detector, and basically what this is when you hit it, you see everyone on the map. You see all those red signal locations. That's where individual players are. Their exact location. When you hit the signal detector, make sure you pull up your map so you can see where people are, because there's only a certain time limit that it activates and you can see it on your map. It's only like 10 seconds or something like that. So right now I'm going up to the locked container, and what that is, the icon on the map is kind of looks like this jail cell. That is the locked crate or locked container, whatever you want to call it. I took the stealth approach. There's either the loud approach or the stealth approach. The stealth approach is what I'm doing right now. I'm using the combination locks to unlock the crate, and what this does is it doesn't cause any noise. You'll see later in the video, I also did the loud version. So what this does, it doesn't even alarm anyone. No one even knows that I took the locked container loot. And as you could see, there was many people around me and no one knew I took it, because I did the combination locks instead of shooting them off. And if you shoot them off, then a loud alarm will go off. Then airstrike will drop. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing the stealth approach because it's like really risky. There's gonna be people camping all over it. I would just recommend shooting them off and going in. But if you want to risk it all, then you do the stealth approach. So after a certain amount of time that you're in a game, radiation starts to come. That's why you see these visuals that are on the screen and you hear like this radiation noise. That lets you know that you have to mark an exit and you have to get out. And you can use certain consumables like iodine to temporarily stop your health from going down, and use caffeine to run longer without your stamina draining, but the goal is just to get out. Alright, so what this is a buried catch location, and the picture shows where the location is at. And the only way you're gonna know where the location is at is if you've been to the location before. And it's kind of hard to find. Well, it's actually somewhat very hard to find as a beginner because you know nothing about the map. But they kind of nerfed it a little bit. It used to have a lot of loot, but now it doesn't really have much. But the best loot, kind of ranking it, the best loot is, in my experience, out of the locked container. It kind of goes, you know, hand in hand with the locked container or the timed safe. But the best loot that I've seen comes out of the locked container. So what the Disruptive Tower does is it spawns this proximity, like in a certain location of like 100 to 150 meters around where the Disruptive Tower is, and it jams people's maps so they can't see anything except for the actual land on the map. They don't see any icons or anything, and this lasts for like 2 minutes or so. So even if they hit a signal detector when they're in the jammed frequency, well, they won't be able to see anyone because their frequency is jammed. Alright, so this is me taking the loud approach to the lock container. So when you shoot the locks off, a airstrike will drop, so you can't be in the proximity of the lock container, like close up to it, or else you'll get hit by the airstrike. And also what this does is it attracts players to know that there's someone opening it. So with this one, it's, you know, it's loud, you gotta go in and out. Yeah, so with this with this one I ended up dying because, you know, it is a risk. And that last airstrike that went off, that was one that someone called on me. That's a consumable that you can have as an airstrike. Alright guys, so the next few tips are just some extra tips that I'm gonna go over that I feel are good to know. Alright, so another good tip to know is you actually run faster and longer if you put your gun away. And to do that, you either hold Y or triangle on PlayStation to just put your gun away. Now what this helps with is, say you have a lot of loot, like you have stacked loot, like you're full and you're running out. Well, the more loot you have, the more it drains your stamina, so it's just best to run with your gun away. And another reason why you would want to run with your gun away is if you're either trying to get out of an encounter, trying to escape the radiation, or if you're trying to run away from someone. Like, you run so much faster. Like right now I have like a whole bunch of loot on my character, and this is how fast he runs. Like it's really slow, and I'm pretty sure it drains the stamina faster. Alright, so this is what it's like without loot. Like, it's like to run without a gun, it's faster by like maybe like a couple hundredths of a millisecond. Like, it's not that like big of a difference, but when it comes to like stamina, I'm pretty sure it is like a difference. Like it's not that big of a difference is basically what I'm saying. But yeah. Alright guys, so this tip, I would say 99% of beginners don't know it, and that's that some weapons can have full auto and there's select fire basically. So all you do is just press down on the D-pad and you can see at the bottom right of my screen like it switching, right? Now if you guys actually want to figure out what guns have select fire and what ones don't, is just under the info tab there's like these squares with, you know, single fire, 3-round burst, full auto, and then these other squares that we'll go over in another video. But basically you have the single shot, 3-round burst, and the full auto, and whatever icon is glowing white means that it has. So this one has single shot, full auto. This one has full auto, single shot, and it's just, you know, goes down single shot. And yeah, and there's actually some weapons that, you know, are kind of unexpectedly full auto. Like there's snipers that are full auto, like this one can snipe at full auto, this one as well, and this one. This is something that I see a lot of beginners doing, is they'll bring 4 weapons out. Don't ever bring 4 weapons out unless, you know, you're like very experienced with the game, and obviously you can do whatever you want. But like if you're bringing 4 weapons out thinking it's like a good thing or whatever, no, like that's like the worst thing you could do. So basically you want to stick to like 1 or 2 guns, because basically weapons cost things and they're worth things as well, and we'll go over all that in another video. But also you know, the weapons are like, you know, if you die you lose them, so like there's no point to take out 4 of them, just take out 1, you know. And like just stick to like assault rifles, because like going out with this like, okay, the grease gun, it's terrible to be honest, but like guns like this, don't go out with these, like, because you're just looking to die with these. So yeah, you don't want to be taking like the IZH out either. Like you want to just stick to like maybe like a good gun is like the S16 or the AKM. Those are really good, great weapons, but only take these out if you if they're the only ones that you have to defend yourself. That's the only that's the only time I would ever recommend taking out like an M1 911, like, cause like it's literally the worst gun. Like these are just, the pistols are the worst guns except for the ones that are other colors. Like this one's alright. PSS is, I mean, it's basically the same thing as the M1 911, just the bullet damage is a little bit higher. It still kind of sucks in my opinion. But the Raffica is legendary, and so is, I call it the Swiss, okay? Swiss, the SWSH, those are good, but you just want to basically, to come full circle around what I was just talking about is you want to stick to one weapon when you're starting out. Pick an assault rifle, and that's it. You don't want to be taking out any of the other trashy guns. Just stick to an assault rifle, and that's it. And don't take out too much ammo, because like I was just saying, like everything costs something. So just take out like 60, these clips are different, but just take out 2 racks of ammo. And because like I was saying before, if you die, you lose things, so you want to take out minimum. Alright, so since we've gone over the don'ts, we'll go over another no-no. Is make sure you go out with a gun, because there's times where I've seen people going out with no guns, and like, you can do that, but you want to be strategic with it. Like, if you're going out with no gun, you got to go right to a house and find one, because if you don't do that, you're gonna end up dying. So, because you can't melee without a gun. So even if you have things like a Luger or a PM or M1911, like, it's better than nothing, but it is almost like you're carrying nothing, but it is better than nothing. Okay, so don't ever go out into an encounter with no guns. Another thing that I would also like to recommend, and this is something that I feel more people should use if you're not using it, is when you're in a party and you're actually playing with friends and you hit the signal detector, and instead of like telling people where people are based off of their location, instead use the waypoint to mark where they are and tell your friend to look at the map. I'm gonna show an example on screen right now. All right,
is this the signal?
Yes. Okay, look on the map and I'm gonna mark it. Okay, there's one right here, there's one right here, there's one right here. So the closest guy is right here. Okay.
All right. I don't know why you're telling me.
What do you mean?
I'm not scared.
Alright guys, so that's the video. This whole video took me like 3 weeks to make and edit, and I would really appreciate if you liked and subscribed if this video helped you out in any way. I also stream on Twitch every Thursday and Sunday at 9:30 p.m. EST. I really stream just whenever, but that's like the main time that you'll see me. If you got stuff to do, we all got stuff to do during the week, but those are the days that you'll see me like 100% on like a scheduled time. Also do mental, spiritual, and emotional health over on my Divine Arts channel. Also do music. If you heard music in this video, I produced all of it. If you want to check out the mental health stuff, the music stuff, it's all in the description. I know this video was really long, I just wanted to put everything in there, and like I was saying earlier, everything that I put in this video is just like the essentials of playing Vigor, but I'm also working on a video right now that goes over all the menus and everything, like the shelter, the crates, the challenges, the weapons, what all the weapons are, what all the consumables mean, and all of that stuff, and just weapon tips and things in that nature. And that video will also be long, but these 2 videos, the one that you're watching right now and the one that is coming out soon, these 2 videos is pretty much all you need to like be a master at Vigor and potentially be a master at Vigor. because it took me like, I would say, around a year to get to the level of knowledge that I have of this game to where I'm at right now. And just watching these videos or skimming through them for like 30 minutes to like 45 minutes to an hour or whatever, how long it is, it's pretty much all right there, so that was my intention and my goal, for you guys within these 2 videos and within this video. So yeah, much love to you all. I love every single one of you, and hope you have a great day or night. I'll see you.